All right, welcome everybody. This is session 4, right? Yeah, 4.
Yeah, four.
4 is what I have written
Yeah.
down, so that's what it is. Um, welcome back. Session 4 of the changing of Ivyholm, which is my little mini campaign we custom brewed for little 5e materia. We've got the whole gang back, and instead of going through the whole have a player do the recap, I'll go ahead and do the recap. So last time, it's a pretty simple recap because basically it was just one big fight, but the sweet release, fresh off of stymieing an effort by a group of bandits just on the other side of the border. Kind of tried to ambush them in the night. They thwarted those efforts and converted, or are attempting to have them redeem themselves by sending them back to Mornley as changed men. Yeah, Ben. Changed them. And So after getting settled in the morning, they set off on the road. Got about half day travel in, a little bit more early afternoon, and they were ambushed by what at first appeared to be like, I don't know, just some large creatures. That giants were thrown out, fire giants as an idea, because they seem to be kind of having flames sort of lick off them a little bit as they were looking over the cliffs, chucking large boulders down at you, and then also being dive bombed by what you guys thought were peritons, and they are peritons. They're just a little bit different. A group of, was it 4 peritons, I think, and then 2 of these weird burning troll thingies, which seems really weird when you know what a troll doesn't really like, which is fire and acid. Uh, so that set you guys aside, or set you guys back for a little bit because they're pretty beefy, and the normal tactics you would have expected didn't seem to work. So the group got pretty inventive, running up the cliff after them from their high perch, flying around, changing into giant apes, and doing all sorts of cool things, and learning as they fought that the standard tactics weren't going to work. So they had to kind of, through trial and error a little bit, figure out what exactly was going on with these guys. At least enough to sort of eventually bring them down. Same thing with the Peritons as well. Their normal dive bomb attacks seemed to be there, but the flyby feature seemed to be not something that they did, and they had this weird frock-like shriek that seemed to they seemed to be able to pull out as well, including stunning their friends, the fiery trolls that they're supporting. So after that, they successfully stopped the ambush. They successfully essentially gathered a bunch of troll parts. And you know what? I just realized I was so busy this week. I gave myself homework and didn't do my own homework, so I don't have all your troll parts and all that other stuff yet. So maybe during the
Big.
break I'll come up with something, but we'll see. Uh, the only homework I actually did was the little cards that are on the stream right now. Busy week. But yeah, so the group did go harvesting stuff, and then Guinevere ventured with her blood hunter instincts to go hunt and seek out the home of the trolls, and did find essentially a little hovel where they seemed to be setting down for the evenings, with various little bits of loot here and there, and carcasses and all these other things. Noticed not just 2 sets of troll prints, but also a strange humanoid, much smaller set of prints that seemed to, from much longer ago, that seemed to have kind of come and gone. Maybe not much longer ago, but not as recently. Um, and yeah, and then came back all the way to the group. A little bit of discussion, fixed the wagons. They got crushed a little bit by the boulders that were thrown. And then the group is about ready to set off, and I will move to you guys on this page over here. Boo! Where you guys were ready to head off, and I think some of you guys can validate, but I believe this was y'all's marching order, right? For the 2 carts, because you got 2 working condition
Yes.
carts.
I remember at the tail end of our last session that we organized this as it is,
Okay.
as it appears.
Any
Perfect.
changes? Any adjustments?
Uh, I don't think so.
Okay.
Uber displeased.
Labyrinth is back there somewhere in the cart.
Oh yeah, it should be noted that Boodle is still accompanying the foursome of soon-to-be converted bandits back to Mornley, but that's going to be a bit of a. I mean, they've only been traveling for half a day, and it's probably at least a day, if not more like a day and a half or 2 days for them to get back there.
But Boodle has permission to prank them as
That's
long as
true.
they don't
Boodle
die.
does have permission to prank them, and is pretty good at it. And
Oh.
they are actually here. Let me see. Are they aware of Boodle's presence?
I mean, he's invisible, so I don't know
Yeah.
how you want to give that
Yep.
for
Yep.
stealth.
Yep. No, he's good.
Off
He's got a very
topic.
good stealth. But go ahead.
Did you go recap about Gwen scouting out?
The cave.
Yeah, he recapped me scouting out
Okay,
the troll hovel or horde,
got it. Okay, sorry, I had kid aggro though. I was
That's
trying
fine.
to make sure.
and then we also
Oh, you did look at the
scouted out
Pathmaker's
the camp.
Rest. Yeah.
Yeah, the Pathmaker Rest, and we kind of were like, oh yeah, this makes sense that they found an easy pickings, but I think we found something, and that's again one of the things that Danny has to do
Yep.
his homework on, which is fine.
Sorry.
So right now, I'm just gonna pretend I have Faux Hammer because I found Faux Hammer, I found Sting, I found all the cool
You found
legendary
faux hammer,
things.
but it's FAUX hammer.
Yeah.
kind of fits.
And you found Sting, but he's missing the rest of the police.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
No, you didn't find Sting. You found Gordon Sumner.
How did I get here?
I'm trying to think if there was something else. No, yeah.
It's a sword that just says, "Don't stand, don't stand, don't
Yeah.
stand so close to me."
Give that to the Dragonborn. He
True. Very true. Then just give it to Sinclair to walk around with invisibly.
Sinclair.
Sinclair.
that'd be kind of horrifying to see this sword be walking around.
Singing a police song. Yeah. It very much would be. Oh man, is my camera crapping out? No, it's fine. What's weird is on the stream it looks fine. In my own browser, it's kind of crapped out. So whatever. As long as the stream
Yeah,
slash
that'd be
video.
crapped out for us either. Very good.
Yeah, as long as it's. I don't need to see myself. I'd rather not. All right. So we're gonna get going. I think it. So let me set the scene. So yeah, you were back at the Pathmaker's Rest. You've done some harvesting. I will eventually tell you guys what you got out of it. You've got two mostly working carts. A little bit of not the best patchwork, but yeah, it's functional. Should last for at least another couple of days. Maybe the rest of the trip. We'll see. And it is probably it's still early-ish afternoon. I'd say probably like 2:30, 3 o'clock. So actually, I guess that's more like mid-afternoon. So yeah, probably closer to like mid-afternoon.
If anybody is injured, I would have activated the sensor, gathered everybody around so they could heal.
I believe you did that last session already.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I wanted to
think
make
we
sure.
clearly-
I think everyone healed like 24 or 27.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm full, so we're good.
Okay, good.
Well, I'm good.
Yeah, no, Feishi's full, so the whole party's good.
Yeah, we're all good because I'm.
By proxy,
We can go because I'm good.
I'm good.
Save your breath.
That's right.
Keep it moving.
All right, so if we're gonna get going, so we've got Fenris helming the first cart, with Syl helming the second cart. Does anybody want to just describe, I guess, what you guys are doing? And at the very least, the two drivers can go ahead and make perception checks for me, just to kind of like see what's going on for the rest of the way. And then if anybody's, also mostly just like watching as the road goes by, watching the surroundings, you can also make perception checks.
Can Hubert help me at all?
Sure. Or Hubert could make his own.
Yep. I prefer that, yeah.
Yeah, I figured you might.
If Hubert doesn't help you, I will because I'm gonna be perched on top of the cart
Oh, you're doing that
as
again.
the
Okay.
tree thing again. So.
Ooh, natural 20.
Oh my God! You don't need the help.
Okay.
You don't
Okay,
need the
but-
help.
Fenris had a good one, okay.
Okay. I mean, you can still do Hubert's.
Mhm.
He also gets advantage.
That combat really woke your perception.
Okay.
Wow. No more fire trolls, please. He said he gets
Wow.
advantage?
Y'all are just really good at looking out.
Yeah,
After,
perception.
after that, I think we might be a little paranoid.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You probably had your heads more on a swivel. Syl slash CJ, if you would make a perception check for me, please.
I I can make a perception check.
Thank you.
While who's doing that? I'm just in the cart talking with Boodle, like
Oh,
mentally.
through your mental. Yeah, nice.
Oh, yeah. So I kind of run down a little, we ran into those ugly troll things. I went to a hovel, keeping him up to date.
Okay.
Uh, yeah,
Phil
sitting
is
there.
distracted as CJ is.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will be good in like.
Okay.
No stress.
I assume Jebray is just doing his own thing or whatever.
Yeah, I'm actually putting things on my spells right now to keep because I keep losing track of which ones are the
Okay.
the dragon magic sorcerer spells and which ones are ones that I
That's fair.
got. So
On
I'm
your
almost
glossary sheet, I tried to make sure to.
Yeah, there's not
on-
too much off from that. I think
Yeah.
once I built it out, I switched out suggestion with knock.
Oh,
And
do you need that in Foundry then?
Oh, okay.
it is on my sheet. I just needed to actually write it down because I keep forgetting which ones are the replacement ones versus which ones are the.
Gotcha.
See, I can't level you guys because it'll be just too complex to figure out what you're gonna take.
No, we have to level one time. We have one.
What do you don't even know what you're gonna get if you level. So what do you?
Exactly. I
That's
want
part
to
of it.
know what the fate has in store for Jeff. For you.
All right, so yeah, so you guys are heading down the road. It is starting to get later in the afternoon. Let's see. So Hubert got a 20. Wow, Hubert and Fenris are on the ball. Ben's go. So the three of you, would have noticed that at first when you guys were taking off, and again the terrain, it's still the terrain's not super like flat and level just yet. It still kind of dips and turns and rises and falls a little bit. But it is slowly kind of seeming to settle down into more of like a plains sort of area from the more hilly foothills that you were in the past day or so. And you guys are noticing more, partially because maybe it's a little bit more open. There's not things like hills and cliffs to your side as much. You're seeing a little bit more fauna than you would have before. Like right when you're leaving the spot for the Pathmaker's Rest, you just didn't see anything. But then like another hour, 2 hours or so in, you start seeing like like a little deer. You see even like maybe like a tiger, just like random predator and prey both, kind of some closer to the road, some a little bit further away from the road. But you guys start seeing just a little bit more signs of life here and there. With those perceptions, especially with the natural 20, it's like, especially since you might be thinking like, well, things are different here. They seem to be pretty much the same. You can tell at least by looking at them. They're at least not like the trolls who were very visually different. More like if anything had changed, it would be more like the Peritons, where like visually they look more or less the same. They just behave a little bit different. But yeah, so it starts getting into kind of the dusk hours, into the evening. Do you guys want to push through, or do you want to take a rest somewhere, or what do you guys want to do?
The sun is going down.
Yeah, Fenris, how's Candy Cane? Phil, you don't have to answer, Phil. I know you're busy. How's Horse?
I forgot.
They get it
A
going?
horse. That's right.
Yeah. Good. Candy cane. Can you go further? Are you ready to rest? How do you feel?
Are you using your Fearbowl
Yeah.
creature of beast and plant? Is that what it's called? I forget.
Yeah. Someone. So everybody else hears.
It's like, well, still a little bit spooked, but this is much nicer than it was earlier today. That was scary. This is what I like to do. I can keep going if you need me to.
We haven't found a Pathmaker's Rest yet. We can keep going a bit further. I yell out to Gwen. I
I mean,
expect we've slowed down.
you guys are driving. I'm just chilling.
We press on for a little bit further.
What's funny is you have to do this from like a ways back in the cart, in the second cart. You're like 10, 15 feet back at least. Hey. Yeah, if you want to press further a little bit, that's fine. You can go start going into the night a little bit. Sure.
Mm.
Go ahead and give
I'll
me.
put-
So it'll be. If you have dark vision, you can make a normal perception check. If you do not have dark vision, it's a disadvantage perception check to the two drivers. So sorry, CJ, if you're not around. Oh, but you have dark vision, so it would be a normal perception check for you, CJ slash. So
So
Hubert
Ben would be at disadvantage. Hubert would
at
be at
advantage.
norm.
Well, because of Keen's
Yeah,
Keen.
normal.
No,
Yeah,
it's a straight advantage because he's got Keen.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
And he has dark vision.
Yeah.
Oh, and Vaishi, you said you're kind of like in sentry mode, right? So you
Yeah.
can give me a perception as well. I don't think you have dark vision, so it would be at disadvantage.
I think I do actually, but not that. Wait, no. I do have the spell. That's right.
Oh, if you want to use it, sure. Because it is dark at this point. Like the sun's been down for like an hour or so.
I would have. It's a cantrip, so I would have given it to myself.
Dark vision? It's
Not a cantrip. It's a second level spell.
Oh, it's not. It is a right. Yeah.
Second
my
level
bad.
spell.
I was
Oh my
gonna say, if it
gosh.
was a cantrip, then nobody would ever need to have dark vision on their race.
Yeah, that's true.
It does last like 8 hours or something though.
It lasts 8 hours. Correct.
Yeah.
Perception. I'm just gonna give it a normal roll for now. And
Well, it
then
would be
read it.
disadvantage if you don't
My
use
God.
dark vision.
Okay. It's fine.
So you're using dark vision.
Another roll.
Oh, okay. Okay, 18's still pretty good.
Well, not bad.
Oh, and Hubert. Aw, really with advantage? Oh
Hubert
wow,
drew
it's
my
6 and
eyes
3.
tonight.
Jeez.
Hubert, are you saying to sleep again?
Oh,
I'm telling you, you
he's
don't need
he's
to do
huge
that.
Bert right now, right? Isn't he? Is he second level?
Yes.
He's huge Bert. Nice.
Oh, I'm going off of my notepad documents. I need to go pull that up again. Yeah. So it's actually
Because he's got what?
Plus
4
4.
HP. Oh, 5 HP then.
I'll
sorry. His perception
Go
is
ahead.
+4 from what I rolled.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So 13 total then.
Yes.
Okay.
I will go ahead and give myself dark vision now. Though it lasts 8 hours, I believe.
It does. All right, so I'll pull you guys back. So you guys are now moving up to here. I'd say you're about half of the way, half of the way, 2/3 of the way through this particular hex. So you're kind of starting to get into the more plainsy area. You do see kind of off to the west, about 15, 20 miles, more of a dense forest. Although you can see there's like, you'll still see small little thickets and copses of trees along the way. In between that forest and where you are. Because again, this map is not exhaustive with every geographic feature and every bit of vegetation that's present on the road. I will say the road, again, it does look a little bit less and less frequently traveled, a little less well maintained as you go. So fewer tracks, maybe a little bit sloppier of a travel, because not as much of like hard packed dirt. It's more like kind of looser soil and things like that. You do see a Pathmaker's Rest coming. That's a lot of dice.
I'm testing a micro.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, so you have seen Pathmaker's Rests semi-regularly, but again, they are kind of getting more and more far apart, it seems, as you get deeper into the region. But yeah, I'd say it's probably, at this point, pretty, not quite middle of the night, but like maybe 9, 10 at night. And yeah, if you'd like, there is a Pathmaker's Rest available. It's in similar condition to the one at that sort of ambush spot. It's a little bit overgrown, a little bit, disheveled, so to speak, but perfectly serviceable if you'd like. Or you can push onward if you want to push through the night. What would Sweet Release like to do?
I know you soft ones like to sleep for the night. Here's a Pathmaker's Rest.
My
Nice
butt
one.
hurts from all the bumps in this shitty road. Not gonna lie. I said
Certain
boom,
quality.
boom.
Shit on road?
Oh, poorly maintained road.
Road no have money?
Road no have people that put money to making it better. So yes, road have no money. And we don't need to give the road money, Ben. To stop reaching in your pockets. It's okay. Keep your money. But yes, my butt hurts from all the bumping.
The road is not taking donations at this time.
All right. It'd be several hours to the next rest. I think this is a fine place to rest. We can call it a night here.
You wish me to stay on top of the carts?
I mean,
I'll keep a lookout from here.
Hmm.
that's fine. Are you gonna? Vishi, are you gonna
Hmm?
find? Are you gonna bring out your little friend? I never get to see your little friend. You always like forget about your little friend. He's so cute.
Oh, yes.
The
I'll think
flying
about
bat.
them. Hopefully they come and say hi by the end of the night.
Okay.
I'll you'll know when they arrive.
Okay. I just don't want Hubert to be all alone, because Boodle's on a super secret, top important mission. Got to get Ben's quota up.
You're not alone. I'm here with you.
Yeah, but you stay still, right? And correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry, I'm not doing the voice right now. Sorry. Correct me if I'm wrong, Fenris. Hubert likes to fly around at night. She should
True.
still.
Yeah, Hubert definitely likes to make big, wide paths in the evening, I would say.
I'll ask the trees from where I came to see if they want to come.
Okay. Well, let me know if they come. Wake me up if they come, because I want to say hi. Cause it's so soft and squishy.
You'll know.
E.
You said it's so soft and squishy.
Yeah, like because again, you remember what I'm reminding you is you got your wild familiar, your wild
Yeah.
companion
I'm gonna
summon.
actually
And
since
I don't know why, for me, my brain, and you don't have to do this. My brain instantly went back to the lizard folk druid that you guys ran into underground and his bat, and I just see you summoning a big bat, just kind of that flies around with big eyes.
Yeah. I was thinking of something very close to that, but I love the bad idea.
trying to do something where I don't.
Like it's kind of like a Hubert,
I
but
I was I was gonna make it a crow, but bat is so much better.
nice.
Huber's like, why do you flap your wings so loud? Stop!
So I'd say you guys are about where this sort of red dot is right now. Pretty much right on the edge of that X. And the troll camp would have been something like here. Actually, I had it on the map, but not visible. Like right here.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Um, so, all right. So Guinevere.
Did we have somebody with us, or did we said nah, it was cool. They didn't have to ride or drive one of our carts with us.
It's just us, I
It's
think.
just you
It's
guys.
just
Mhm.
us.
So
Since we had two people proficient, we forewent. But yeah.
Yeah. I remembered we talked that there was somebody that were maybe going to have drive one of the carts, but I
It
then I
was
was
it
like,
was
I don't.
offered, but I think we refused because we didn't want to be responsible for their undead.
Yeah. Okay.
and I
That makes
believe
sense.
Alistair is his name. I think right. Yeah, Alistair was like I don't know if I can find somebody who would be willing to go. I could do it, but I'd have to. It'd be.
It's not a pleasant
Yeah,
journey.
exactly. Not a lot of people are going to be jumping at the opportunity to do it.
You know, the only downside of not having somebody who knows how bad this route is knowing if what we face so far is the norm or if this is an exception. I know they said it was bad, but I'll be honest, I wasn't paying that much attention when he was telling us about all this stuff.
No, fair. He said it was strange, but he didn't say how strange, and he certainly never mentioned bad or dangerous. Just strange.
I do hate it when people are light on the specifics. I mean, strange. I think it's strange that you all didn't buy a pair of boots that matched the ones that I had, but, you know, to each their own. You live with the oddities of your fellow uh, men and women and everything in between.
In hindsight, I could have used the pair of boots. Remind me when we get back to town. We'll have another boot shopping adventure.
I told you, I thought they'd look very good with your complexion.
Mm, thank you. I'll strike a pose.
Don't do that.
Nice.
You can't stop me.
Well, I mean,
Hold
I'm.
person. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, sorry. I'm not saying that that offended me. I just, as I try to elevate your style, it's these outbursts that keep driving it back down.
Ah,
But we'll get you there one of these days.
of course. Okay. Okay.
In
I
proper
follow now.
society.
I love it. Guinevere,
Ding, ding, ding.
Hello.
would you like to direct Boodle to do anything? So I will say the bandits. Let's just call them the bandits. So Rin, Wolf, Zuval, and Laren. Yay, I remembered. Uh, Definitely made camp before you guys did because they're it's like nighttime where they don't want to keep going. Actually, go
Being
ahead
lazy.
and well, I'll just tell you because like Boodle doesn't need to like use a perception. Like Boodle could just follow them. They are behaving. They are not, in spite of what you might have maybe assumed that they might try and be the highwaymen that they were before. Again, no, they're just on the road. They're just camped out. They found not a pathmaker's wrist. That's not their jam. They just found like a little like alcove, like a little cutout where they could find some rest. They seem to be doing okay. Like they foraged a bit. I think you guys set them up with some food. I don't actually remember.
We gave him some of Ben's crackers
Oh,
for the
right.
day's travel
Right.
or whatever.
So they are, but they did need to find like suitable seating places or sleeping places. So they found like comfortable natural terrain that they could find. If you would like to have Boodle attempt to do something to them in this evening while they're asleep, you can let me know, and then we can do some rolls. Or
I also open that up to suggestions from the group because my brain isn't necessarily thinking too creatively in terms of pranks right now.
okay,
You guys got anything? Let me know. He's got hands. He's got feet.
yeah.
He can do shit.
He's
Uh,
moderately intelligent.
he is moderately intelligent. I will say the one thing before they go to bed, if you allow it, and this is, it can spook them out. It can do whatever.
Oh sure.
Boodle is invisible.
Yeah.
At one point, when they're getting ready and tucked in, and maybe they have watches, I don't know what they're doing. My voice will project from nowhere. Boodle's invisible,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, I'm so proud of you guys. It was a little concerning because you guys really hate each other. My word. But you're on the path. You didn't kill anybody on the first day. You guys made it somewhere. You got some food. I told you I'd be watching. I'm still watching.
Okay.
Watching,
Okay.
watching, watching, watching. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So, did you want to like have Boodle? So, how would Boodle be traveling with them normally? Like just like flying along behind them, or?
Yeah, he's just invisible, keeping, you know, out of
Okay.
earshot, essentially. Like he's Boodle. I kind of imagine it like growing up. Well, not, I mean, Boodle's more of a more recent addition, I guess. But like whenever I got Boodle, like Boodle would just kind of jump on someone at the docks and then just kind of spy for me,
Nice.
or he'd sneak around and get like an extra pastry out of the bakery for me.
Uh,
He's Boodle.
so,
He's my little punk.
I
He's my
will
little
say, so
shithead.
one of them, let's say here. Let me just pick. Let's see. It's gonna be. That would be. Let me look at their names again, because I. That would be Laren. This is one of the captains. Seems to think that it's appropriate to respond, but he's not sure why. He just says like, we're good. Yeah. I I guess you are watching us. I think you can hear me. We're gonna make. We gotta rest. It's getting dark, and you know these roads aren't safe sometimes. So we're gonna tuck in.
I just kind of elbow Jebri because I'm just having fun. And I'm like, dude, they are freaking out. They don't know what to do. This is wonderful. I go back into Boodle's eye, and I'm like, oh no, 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 you can talk to me. Sometimes when I engage, that's fine. You guys, I'm very proud of you. Like I said, you guys get a wonderful night's rest. I would keep a watch, because you don't want people like you to come and attack you. You get it.
At this
You know
point,
how to
they've
survive.
figured out the source of it because it's talking a lot. So
Yeah.
they're sort of feeling around, trying to. In fact, here, let's see. So is Boodle gonna try
And
and evade them, like trying to feel around?
sure, yeah, Boodle will just kind
Yeah, go ahead and give
of
me a
stealth or
yeah,
what?
stealth or acrobatics if you depending on how you want to do it.
Uh, I mean, Boodle would just kind of like fly up in the air, just kind of
Oh,
projecting down.
oh, okay.
He'll just kind
Yeah,
of,
then there's not much they can really do.
yeah, but like he'll still stealth, so they don't necessarily. He
Sure,
kind of the voice gets thrown out if that's
gotcha. Yeah,
cool.
go give me a stealth check.
Uh, okay, is it
As Boodle.
Boodles? I'll.
Do you need me to change scenes so that you can?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Do you want advantage or no? Because of the stealth.
Yeah, he's invisible, so advantage, right?
Yeah, just making sure. Oh,
Yeah, it's
Boodly
pretty good.
poo. Only 11.
Yeah, so they kind
17
of
total.
because before I imagine Boodle's either like on the ground or like flying, like more
Yeah,
or
yeah,
less
yeah.
just like
He's
at a
just-
constant distance. Now it's kind of like moving around, and they're just like, okay, okay, thank you again.
Sweet dreams.
We'll definitely keep a watch. And then like they kind of like elbow each other. And I was like, you're taking first watch. So yeah. And then they argue a bit, of course, over who's gonna take what watch. And they're like, I don't like to stay up that late. God.
And then I just hear Boodle. Boodle, Boodle, Boodle. It's like they hate each
And then
other. I'm
they're
like,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Boodle. Oh, so Boodle wasn't saying that out loud.
No, 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 yeah.
Oh,
He's
oh,
like to
okay.
me.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so they're being snippy with each other, but they're obeying. And then yeah, if anybody comes up with any pranky ideas, we can figure out how to adjudicate those as well. Back to regular camp. Are you guys? So how are you guys gonna do in terms of are y'all gonna do watches? I know you got Veishi on perma sentry, and
Yeah.
Hubert presumably moving throughout the night, most of the night. I mean, Hubert has to rest at some point. Although Hubert could have rested during the day on the whole travel. So if you want to have Hubert active all night, that's totally fine. What are you guys doing?
Think I would have used Hubert's help while we were getting away from quote unquote the trolls,
Yeah.
abominations. So he probably help watch for like 2 or 3 hours and then rest for the rest of it.
So Fenris would watch for 2-3 hours, or Hubert?
Hubert.
Oh, Hubert. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can go. So whoever's gonna be awake, which sounds like right now, Hubert and Veishi, or not awake, but whoever's going to be looking around during the evening on watch, go and give me perception. And again, so you did do dark vision, right, Veishi?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you don't need to
marked
do
up the spell
disadvantage.
slot for it too.
Perfect.
Okay.
So yeah, you regular perception, and then Hubert gets advantage.
Good perception rolls
Yeah,
tonight.
that's good. Yeah,
If
Hubert's not
it
bad
makes
too.
a difference, if it makes a difference, he'd probably take like the last third. If Vishi's gonna stay there as well, they can do it together. But he'd probably sleep the first
So
2/3.
while if I think I would notice out of sentry form that you are Hubert taking somewhat like also being vigilant, I guess is a better way to put it. So in that like little break of time, gonna come out of sentry form to ask the swamps with my last wild shape charge and call the spirit to inhabit a local bat, and it'll like have blue glowing fey eyes, and it'll land like what's What's Guinevere doing right now?
Guinevere would be initially when we make camp after chatting with the boys. Gwen would be pulling out the perfect Periton pelt and whatever I harvested from the trolls. And Gwen is going to try to be studious and try to figure out if she can come up with some sort of connection between what the heck is going on. And she will be like, hey, Artie, I don't know if you can hear me, or Mom, if you can hear me, but shit's weird. I think you guys would be kind of excited. Trying to figure it out. Just talking to
Okay.
herself, pretending that they can hear her. And
While you talk to yourself, a bat with blue eyes that looks very friendly, but it feels like a spirit you've known before. Probably in the like you know it's my familiar. At least
yeah,
the spirit is.
yeah.
Um,
Okay.
comes and hangs upside down off one of your hoop earrings and tweets at you while you're talking to
Oh,
yourself.
Does your
you
familiar
know,
have a
you're a
name?
lot heavier than you think. Okay, yes, I love you too. I don't have a name for it. I need to think of a name for it. I need a cute name. Oh, Gumdrop. It's good to see you.
Tweet
It's
is a
like,
bad way to put it, but it's
yeah.
squeaking
That's
at
fair.
you excitedly.
And what I do, just because I'm familiar with it, I grab its little feetsies off of my earring. Okay. You could have ripped it out of my head, and I kind of pick it up and I perch it on. We'll just say I let it kind of grab onto. I don't know, part of the wagon, maybe part of the coverage or something. I don't
Sure.
know how it looks, but it's perched near me, upside down, not on my ear, ripping my ear out of my earring out of my head.
You got some pretty
Like,
big fucking earrings for this thing to.
yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, they're big.
True.
They're definitely, in my little Lolita dress and my big hoopy earrings, but they're not that big. So,
Okay.
Love it.
um,
Now the question is, can
but
I
yes, I
get
am very
this
happy.
image to go away? I forget how to do this. There it goes. Okay, cool.
Easy gumdrop. I love the gumdrop.
So
We love Gumdrop.
Vaishi, you have a little bat familiar. Is that what I'm? Is that what I understand? It's
Yeah,
part of your wild shape thing.
yeah.
Okay.
It still uses the template. It's just in the shape of a.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'll have to look up the
Mhm.
template. And I can,
I'll send.
I
if
can.
when needed, I can drop a token on the mat, which I just dropped a d20, but that's fine. I'll find it. Okay. So yeah, those are pretty good perception checks. So you're just casting Find Familiar is really what you were doing, right? Or no, you were
Yeah,
using a
it
wild shape.
literally just
Does it allow you to ask,
it literally just uses a wild shape
charge?
charge to cast find familiar
Okay.
without needing the materials. It's just find
Okay.
material.
So does it take
Find
And
familiar.
the same amount of time, like an hour, I think, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay.
So,
The way it's
er,
worded doesn't specify, but it probably should.
Well, if it says you
yeah,
cast it,
it's
then it takes the same duration.
Yeah. Yep.
the
It
thing
says you
about
cast it, so yeah.
yeah, and the only different thing is it's an animal and it's a beast instead of a fey,
Faye.
celestial, or fiend, and it lasts for a number of hours equal to half his druid level,
Okay.
so
So
5 hours,
we'll
4 hours.
round it
Sorry,
down, I assume. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The rule is always round down if it doesn't say otherwise.
So you're doing this near the end of the evening, like in the very end of the night, kind of like probably 3 or 4 a.m. So is what I'm guessing, Vishi, so that people can see it in the morning.
Yeah, when that like break in perception that I get that I was describing earlier, that's when I would do
Okay.
it.
Yeah, that'll be around
Yeah.
prime time, the prime Hubert hours. So
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Yep.
Adam, would you have been doing what you're doing out in the open, and about what time during the night?
Oh, I mean, I would be like super cozy. I'd like pulled up my sleeping bag and stuff up against one of the wagons, getting all cozy. Yeah, it'd be obvious. I don't hide when I'm researching.
Would it have been before, like early on in the night, or later, or during your shift? What?
Early on, I would
Okay.
eventually just pass out. I mean,
So,
yeah,
Ben will approach you and go, "You question?"
lots of questions, Ben.
What question?
Uh, why they're different? The we've killed trolls together, Ben. I've seen you smash their skulls in before. Typically acid, fire makes them not like it. They were fine. In fact, they were on fire. It's not good.
No,
And
no,
then
no. For spell work, yes, no answer.
got it. What's okay? Repeat question.
Gwen, three question. Ben ask Beacon.
Ah, okay.
Out of game commune.
Yeah, yeah, gotcha. I mean, I can toss it up to the group to help me think of it, but
There it is.
Oh, you're gonna cast commune. Oh, okay.
yeah, nice. I mean, what are some good questions? Like, what's caused?
Well, it has to be
Thing?
yes or no answers, unless
Yeah,
the DM deems it that a yes or a simple question or simple answer won't
yeah.
do it.
So this is through just your cleric. Who's your deity?
Everbright,
Everbright. Okay. Or is ever light ever bright? I don't
Ever like?
Everlight,
know. Okay.
Everlight.
Okay. Noted.
Materia.
Yeah, material.
Is
Same one as Sesh.
the source Ivyholm? Who would have guessed? Yes, no questions.
Well, one of the ones I had was, it's generic, but not. I was going to pose: is this part of a greater conquest or greater plan?
Interesting.
See if it was random or if this is actually a planned out event. But I
Oh,
don't know if that's a good one.
that's. I'm just trying to think if we know that it's planned, what benefit does it give us? But that's a good one. That's still a good one.
You get three.
Um, yeah. All right. Well, let me. All right. Is this planned? Question mark.
Or is this part of a greater plan?
Is this changing your part of the? Sorry.
You can just type it in chat, maybe. Wait.
Yeah, but I like to also have it in my little notebook.
Fair.
Another one I thought of is this isolated to this region?
mm,
Is the source of everything in Ivyholm as well?
Yeah, you could say is this source an Ivy home? That'd be a good one as well.
Is the source of changing at Ivyholm?
And then one more. Anybody else got anything?
We can do two questions and come up with a third one if based on answers.
Mhm.
We could,
Yeah, I'll allow that.
but I
Does
only
anyone-
have a minute.
Oh, it's not 10 minutes. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, got it, got it.
It's a minute to cast, and it lasts for 1 minute.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, you must
Anyone
ask your
else got
questions
any?
before the spell ends. Yep.
Anyone else got any possible ones? So right now we have: is the
So
changing part of a greater plan? Is the source of changing at Ivyholm?
I'm trying to think if I can help you guys out because of what you've seen. Um,
I don't know. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I just haven't used this spell in like forever, so I wanted to
it's
use
good.
it.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
good
fine.
idea.
Yeah,
I
hell
like
yeah.
It's fun to talk to DMs. It's like, hey, DM, tell me this thing.
pretty much.
I
Yeah.
It
love
works for
talking to
it works for
God.
both people because like the DM generally wants to help you
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
give you information.
Um, is the changing spreading? Is that another one we can ask? Like, is like, 'cause you said something like, is it isolated or something?
Yeah, is it isolated to this region?
Yeah. Is the changing encroaching on other regions?
Yeah, maybe ask if like Mornley's in danger or something. Yeah, something like which
Alright.
is
Yeah,
an
could do that.
extension of
Yeah,
that.
is Mornley
Yeah.
in danger of invasion?
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Well, we'll because is Is Danny? Did you land on a region name for where Mornleen is from?
No. If you want to name them right now, I can, and I can put them on the map if you want.
Oh, I don't know. I
Okay.
gave
You
it.
did give me a list. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've just.
You're
I
good.
think one should be called purple, the other one should be called red.
That's true.
You're good.
But the trick is the purple one is the one Mornley's in, and the one Ivyholm's in is the one's called red.
My God.
Just to really
Well,
fuck
that's
with
the
you.
confusing part. No, it's fine. I'll just say is Mornley and its region in danger of the changing. Okay.
Because Ben's just gonna verbatim ask the
I
questions
get
the
it.
way you asked them.
Yeah, I
But I'll
getcha.
say I will allow you, Ben, to. You don't have to verbally ask them out loud, right? Like you can kind of
Well, no,
speak with your deity
no,
however you choose.
I was gonna do it in celestial, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
word it the exact way that he words it
Got it.
because
That
I
makes
have
sense.
difficulty with the common language.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
you don't want to make sure
yeah,
you're
yeah,
trying to make sure there's no loss in translation type stuff.
got it.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
So common to celestial, and everyone can put an input. The three questions are: is this changing part of a greater plan? Is the source of the changing at Ivyholm? Is Mornley and its region in danger of the changing? Is that good? Everyone happy with that?
Sounds good to me.
I like
Sounds
Not
that.
my
good to me.
spell though.
Fantastic.
No, sounds good to me.
Okay. Cool. Well, those are the three questions, DM.
All right.
So
Yeah. Go ahead,
what I'm
Ben.
going to
Okay.
do is I'm gonna take out a lantern. Oh, sorry, I had a never mind, disregard. Had an issue. I was like, what the fuck's the cat doing? The what's the lantern that has the focus?
The
You know what I'm
hooded?
talking about?
Hooded lantern?
Hooded
What is it?
lantern. I'm gonna
A
take out an
bullseye.
ornate.
Or
Bullseye is
bullseye
a
Yeah,
lantern?
focus.
Yeah,
bullseye.
but it's bullseye. That's right.
Take out a bullseye lantern that has the inscription of my deity, my goddess on it.
Nice.
Very ornate, very nice looking, and that's going to be the focus of the spell. So I'm
Okay.
going to put it in front of me, facing towards me, so the light's shining on me, so it's
Mhm.
showing me the way, and then I'm going to cast the spell.
Fantastic. All right. Ask your questions.
Hold on, I'll mark it off. Hey, Adam, can you post them in chat so I word them correctly?
Yeah. Sorry. Check on. He
Checking on
was
the
being
patient.
quiet.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Question number one. Is this change? And I'm just gonna say. Changing. The only other question that came to mind, but we can always do this the next day, is like, are we in danger of changing ourselves?
Or could it
Capital.
affect us?
And based on the answers, you
Yeah.
can always change, right? Like you could decide to
Yeah.
ask that
Yeah.
instead. So.
Is this
Yeah.
changing part of a greater plan? That's number one.
So I'll ask that question first while you type the next one, but it may change what our next questions are.
Do you want me to wait till all the questions are posted before I answer? Ben.
No, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ask the first question while he's typing the rest of
Okay.
them out.
Is this changing part of a greater plan? So when you've used this spell before, although it's probably relatively new for you, being a 5th level spell, right? So you've just got it
Yes.
at 9th, so maybe you've used it once or twice. So especially, and you've done this ritual before with the spell, with the lantern and everything. It's the perfect
Yes.
focus for this, and the rest of the group will even see the answers more or less instantly, because yes answers they know means like the lantern will grow bright and like shine on you much brighter and like silhouette you. You also get a bit of a feeling in your body, like a little bit of like warmth or something else. So it's like a little bit of texture to a yes or no. In addition, so it's a little bit of extra information. So when you ask,
Okay.
is
So
this
it's an extra sensory yes.
a little bit? It's like
Yeah.
yes with a little bit of flavor, little bit of sometimes a little bit of stank to it, sometimes a little bit of clarity, that kind of stuff. Uh, so yeah, when you say is the changing part of a greater plan, uh, the light sort of starts to flicker, starts growing brighter and brighter, brighter, and so to the rest of the group they see yes, and you get a little bit of a normally like when it's like yes and very positive, it's like a little bit of warmth, just feels really nice. But this one, it gives you like a little bit of like a tingle that's not quite super positive. It's still the answer is
Got it.
still yes, but there's like some maybe apprehension or something there, like a little bit of yeah, apprehension is the word I'll use.
Got it. Okay. And then I'll like nod my head yes, just so they know the answer, just in case, because I am speaking in Celestial.
Oh,
Of
true.
course, Gwen knows the questions.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to say, is the source of the changing at Ivyholm?
Uh, this one, it's so after the last question, the lantern sort of dims back to like a normal, somewhat dim, but like bright locally and dim a little bit beyond that. This one, uh, the lantern starts to flicker a little bit, and so your question is the source of the changing at Ivyholm? Is that correct? You're asking
Correct.
as in chat. Okay, yeah. Again, brighter, not quite as bright as last time, but still a definitive yes. And then almost no additional feeling to you, not like a warmth, just kind of a generic. All you see is really the light. You don't get kind of that extra little bit.
Okay. Then I'll nod my head yes for the second one, just so everyone understands. And then I will go ahead and proceed into. Do a quick glance to see if anyone has a change in the last question. Give them about 10 seconds to respond.
Yeah, and I'll allow you guys to discuss a little bit if you need.
Uh, So in game, about 10 seconds, I'll look around and see if there's any quick change to that last question.
Fenris gives a stern nod.
I think we're good.
Okay. Then I will
'Cause we
proceed
can do it
on.
the next-
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was gonna say we can always beseech the beacon the following day or whatever.
Yep.
Give it some time. So yeah.
So I'll say, is Mornley and its region in danger from this changing?
So this one, so again, the light goes back to the normal. Uh, and at first you think, oh, there's no. I'm guessing that's probably unclear, but you see it is a very slowly, faintly growing light, as if to indicate a little bit less of an immediate yes.
Got it. Yeah, like it's just beginning.
Yeah. And so,
Okay.
additionally to you, it's sort of similar, like to the first one, where there's like just a very bit of, like, tiny bit of apprehension, but a little bit of uncertainty to it as well. So.
Got it. Okay. So whenever I come out of this spell, I'll look at Gwen and the rest and go, bad plan, change part of, change in Ivyholm, danger small, but can get bigger.
And as mentioned, you all. Oh no, but you didn't hear. So, but you knew the questions, and so if you remember the
Yes,
question,
yes.
if the group remembers the questions, they would know that the answers were all generally yes, like to varying degrees.
Yeah. I'm just throwing a little extra in there, like they were all yes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Good job, Ben. And I stick out my fist for a fist bump. Come on, don't leave me hanging.
I kind of put mine out there like 2 inches away from his, like I'm not really sure what he's doing.
And then I do the where you gobble it up with your hand because he won't fist bump it, so I just kind of. Yeah, exactly.
You do the shark attack.
Yeah, the shark attack. Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Anybody else doing anything before if we get back? So we kind of already did the perception check for the crew that's staying up, but that's fine. So is anybody else doing anything? We'll get to that. So is anybody else doing anything before? I assume everybody's sleeping, unless they stated otherwise.
Oh yeah. Gwen passes the fuck out.
It was a day. All right, so yeah, let's go back to the perception check. So yeah, Veishi had a 24, and then they got into their little ritual and summoned their little bat friend. In the meantime, Hubert did a 17. So, but I figure Hubert's doing kind of like a perimeter, generally speaking. Fenris, you want to, or is there something else that I would assume that they would do, kind of like a flying
Yeah,
around?
yeah. Yeah, every few minutes, maybe perch at the tallest tree, but otherwise, yeah, he's circling around. He likes stretching his wings.
Give me just because he's kind of moving around. Give me 2 more perception checks. You can give me advantage. You can have advantage on both of them. Oh dang! Natural 20. This perception checks
Wait,
suck.
Man.
shit. These have +4 on top of what I roll. I need to
Oh,
look
okay. So it's
at it
actually
in the character
27.
sheet.
Wow. So really his checks is 21, 27, 25. Jeez. Okay.
I
Uh,
fix it.
so Seveshi, you don't see anybody come and go on the road. It seems pretty deserted. You do catch little, not glimpses is the right word, like little bits you kind of hear off in the distance, like little rustling of fauna, especially like night predators, like Hubert. Maybe it's the occasional like wolf or fox off in the distance, and then catching whatever prey, but like pretty far off. So like you might just hear like a little bit of rustling here and there. Probably not going to see anything, even with your dark vision, because most of the cover is relatively far from where you guys are. There's a couple of like small patches of trees around, but and y'all are on a relatively flat area right now, but not a lot of cover, so you're not going to see a lot of animals. Hubert, however, is making pretty big sweeps because Hubert's a night predator, and Hubert can see whatever the hell that they want. Hubert. So if Hubert were to notice something, Fenris, what would they do? Would they try and notify you, like through the link, or actually, does that even work when you're asleep? I don't even actually know. Or would they or would they have like instructions to go talk to Veishi or something? Or
I would lean towards the Vichy
okay.
option. I think he would track whatever's moving to to see if it might be a threat, and if he's any chance it might be a threat or it's lingering around our camp, he'd notify Vichy.
Okay.
Vichy.
So I'll say, Veishi, just as you're wrapping up your ritual with summoning, and if you get a name for your bat familiar, that'd be great. But if not, that's fine too. As
For
you
now, it's Gumdrop.
Oh, okay. As Gumdrop is beginning to sort of apparate out of whatever crucible or whatever Marb cereal bowl type thing that you're using to summon Gumdrop, uh, like right around that time, you hear Hubert's wings kind of flap, come sit on your shoulder, and sort of like stare at you and go whoo hoo, hoo,
Hmm.
which is a bit weird because normally he doesn't really interact with you. But you have known in the past that if he thought something was up, he would come.
Fenris,
He'll look back and forth between eye contact with Vichy and direction
Yeah,
that
exactly.
he saw the what's
So
going
he's
on.
indicated he did see. Yeah, so he saw something he noticed. But yeah, so you're trying to wake up
Beishi has
Fenris.
no eyes, but I don't know how to talk to animals. Is there like a mental link
You're a druid that
between
doesn't know how to speak to
familiars, but it's not?
animals.
Nope.
Wow.
He's
I
a
do
very
not.
tree and shrub.
True,
plant
true.
person.
Yeah, I can speak to plants.
He doesn't even talk to mushrooms because they're different.
Yeah, they're not plants.
Yeah, it's not
Different
plants.
kingdom.
But they're fun guys.
They are fun guys. You're missing
Fun.
out.
Per the description of Find Familiar, yeah,
It's
you
not
could.
my familiar.
No. He's talking
Oh,
for Fenris.
oh, got it. No,
Yeah.
then no, yeah.
Hubert. Yeah, Hubert's the one that saw it, not Fenris.
Keep in mind,
Or sorry,
Hubert
not
is not an
Gumdrop.
animal. Hubert is a spirit in the form of an animal.
He's got 10 ends.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, actually, let me look at these. Oh wow, yeah, nice.
So,
Yeah. So Hubert
fine.
saw something and wants to alert someone. So starts.
I'm going to go grab Fenris.
Perfect.
Are you like sleeping in the cart or in camp or something?
Hmm.
I assume
I say
it's
since
bed
we
rolls.
landed at Pathmaker's Rest, yeah, I'd say bedrolls at the rest. Yeah. It's kind of on the ground near the carts.
Beishi's gonna open your tent and not not exclaim, but like, "Hey, Fenris."
5 more minutes.
Your spirit is trying to tell me something, but I can't understand it.
Spirit. And then in the background is oh.
So yeah, at this point, in your head, Fenris, Hubert essentially says like, "I saw someone sneaking around in the trees about 2 miles away from here. They were. I think they were checking you guys out."
There's more. Ah.
Uh,
Alrighty. Yeah, I
yeah.
lean up and start getting geared. Like,
Specifically,
let's.
says one. He saw one person, not many.
2 mile.
He says there was one, but suspicious nonetheless. Might have been watching us. Hmm.
Do you think it might be worth waking up for? Because I could keep a watch still.
I will say, Fenris, you can ask Hubert for more information if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
What else did you notice about him?
let me check Hubert's insight. Actually, with that wisdom, that could be good. I had oh, there they are. Actually, yeah, you
I
can give me an
had
insight
dice.
check. What am I doing rolling for Hubert? You can roll for Hubert. Give me an insight check with Hubert. See if they can figure out what they think the thing that they saw might be up to.
Say, is this wisdom? Can I get advantage on this for keen senses?
Nope.
No, this is insight, not perception.
It's strictly perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is strict. Oh, keen sight is strictly
Yes.
perception.
Sorry. Yeah. Da-da-da. That is. That should be right. Neat.
Ooh. I don't know. He's poking around. Not sure. It's weird. He seemed to be looking this direction.
There was a person.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Just saw motion. So it seemed to be coming towards you guys and was checking you guys out. And that's when he came back.
I want to meta pigeon this so bad.
You're asleep.
I know.
Thinking we wake one more and send Hubert back out to gather more information.
Okay, tell me what you do.
And I'll just keep an eye out towards where Hubert goes.
Mm,
Whether they're snooping people or not, I'll keep an eye out. I'm not sure this is worth losing sleep over. If it's just one.
I say it's pretty late at this point, honestly. Out of gate, like to the players, you already got your long rest, I would say. But just so yeah, so don't worry about it breaking your long rest.
Is it
5
still
more minutes.
nightfall? There you go.
What'd you say, Fenris?
Is it still dark?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like 4 in the morning.
Okay. Okay.
But I'll say you've probably slept for at least 5-6 hours, so you can get your long rest anyway.
R1D2. Fenris would want somebody stealthy to assist because he can't really sneak through the forest and kind of gather information himself.
Okay.
He'll just stay close enough that Hubert can communicate. 2.
Still.
Sarsaparilla. I vote sarsaparilla. Sasa.
So you're waking your Koilinar? Is that what it is?
Relinar, yep.
Koilinar friend.
Eleanor, hello. Oh wait, I know that's not how it talks.
We're waking up Shillelagh.
Hello. So what happened to you?
Are you feeling okay?
So are you actually waking still?
Yeah.
Is it my watch time?
Y'all don't usually take watches because
Kind
you
of.
have Veishi, right? So
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I am the ever-watching tree. However, we had one of the familiars noticed from a long distance somebody was snooping on us from a
mile or two
ways
away.
away. Yeah.
And we could use your help, just kind of making sure the camp is safe. You're a lot quieter at moving around than I am, than any of us are. Yeah. So yeah, sorry to wake you, but we could use your help just to help keep everything safe.
You get the full on like double eyelid blinks, head tilts, and then I'm just like a long. Just...
I'll show him the coin I flipped and said, Gwyn will be the chosen next time. I like to keep it even, but this was the flip.
Let's see what's from me. Yes. Just wakes me up. It's so rude.
I I owe you.
I am ups now.
You're what now?
I am ups.
Oh,
In me.
Hubert will sort of just telepathically let you know that it was almost directly west. So on this map here, I will ping. So it's like basically this direction. So actually, here I can do the shift thing to where it'll put a little arrow down. Yeah. So
Do you
towards that
wish
direction.
do do you wish me to go with you as well?
mm,
Noisy trees. I shall. I guess I shall look. Trees stay.
mm, thank you.
Very well.
Hubert will be up in the sky, but you know, there's owls in this area. I'd
I'll make
expect.
sure there's no more intruders than the ones who still sleep.
I quickly rustle up all the things that I need.
Okay.
Ready to march forward.
Thank you, still.
So how is Hubert going to lead him there? Is it going to be a Hubert goes first, or how's it? Just tell me what's going to go on there.
I think since he is leading, Hubert would go first. He'd probably try and stay some 40, 60 feet up in the trees, and he'll like stop every now and then, wait a few seconds, and then kind of keep going forward.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry, I'm looking something up real quick. Yeah, okay, that sucks. Which is good for you, maybe. All right, so Syl, you are trying to kind of stealthily follow and see what the fuck this bird's looking for. Is that what you're?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, give me a stealth check. And Hubert is not being stealthy, or is Hubert trying to be stealthy as well?
yeah, he can fly silently, so he'll try to be stealthy and try to go unnoticed, try not to rustle any
All right.
branches as he's flying by.
Stealth for Hubert as well.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Oh, not
I
bad.
need to figure out. Are you able to edit his proficiency? That's one thing I can't adjust.
The way you do it is by raising his CR. So just
I
make him
can
like
do.
CR 8 or something. It'll up his
I know.
proficiency.
Okay. Okay, so I can
That's
just
a
pick something
dangerous
arbitrary.
familiar.
There you go.
Wow.
Boom. No, is it up to
Perfect.
4? Wow, Jesus.
I was like, wow, level 2. Which I guess a CR10 from a proficiency perspective.
Something like that. Yeah, that's the only way I know of to up CR or up to up proficiency.
So the stealth might be a 22,
Oh, okay, damn. Let me. Ooh.
and all his rolls should be correct moving forwards.
Oh, good, perfect. Nice. Cecile 16, and Hubert's a 22. So Hubert kind of starts flying, maybe a little bit lower than usual, because normally he's kind of like on the big wide watch, but he's got more of a focus thing now, so he's trying to be a little lower flying, a little closer to the tops of the trees, that kind of stuff. He does. Oh, do a perception actually, real quick. Yeah, perception
Yes.
to make sure he can reacquire. Oh, absolutely. Nice. Yeah, he spots that it's a little bit closer now. Like it's come in. It's probably only. So like, there's not a thick forest. So like, the distance from the red dot on the map to the forest, that would be like 8 miles or 10 miles or some shit. Like there's
Yeah.
still some forest there. It's just like patches here and there. So this is more of like little copses of trees here and there. So there's still some tree cover, but it's just not like a thick forest. Um, so yeah, so Hubert does see this, and actually Hubert sees another small figure that appears to be moving along with it now, and it doesn't seem to notice Hubert. It doesn't seem to kind of catch on. And so this guy, this whatever this whatever Hubert sees is advancing very slowly, or not very slowly, like with purpose, but not like sprinting towards you guys or anything like that. But is moving with purpose towards you guys, and still. You're trailing a bit behind. Can you do a perception check for me as well, Sil? Still, C2.
Hello.
Yeah, can you do a perception check for me to see if you
Oh,
can
sorry.
spot?
All the some like people keep disappearing in the whatever we're in.
Foundry? What do you mean people keep
It's yeah,
disappearing?
in
Oh,
Foundry. Like I
the
keep seeing people they disappear and then they come back in. I don't know. Are people joining? Joining?
no. Do you mean like the
Weird.
boxes on the side or the bottom or whatever?
The box on the bottom. Yeah, they
Oh,
disappear and come back.
yeah,
Very
that's just a
distracting.
weird bug with it. Uh,
Okay.
as long as you can still see me, which I hope. I don't know. Hi.
I mean, if you have camera on, I don't.
Oh yeah, okay. If you can't, then that's unfortunate. But at least the stream can. Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately the video is not super great. I was hoping it would be better. At least for the recordings, it's fine. But for
I think I saw you. I saw you on. Yeah, I can see you on. Just not. And I have both.
oh okay.
That's fine.
Yeah, so go
Yeah.
ahead and
Sorry, I
make.
was distracted by that. Like, 'cause literally 3 people disappeared. And I
Yeah,
was like, is
it's
everyone
weird.
gone? Am I even?
I think it's a bug in the program. I'm not sure, but yeah. So if you could make a perception check
Oh,
to see if you could spot the same thing that Hubert seems to have spotted, who's now. Ooh, nope.
nope.
You're kind of looking around. You don't see anything just yet. Like you're not sure exactly what direction Hubert was looking in. But also,
I have a question.
sure.
Have I qualified for my long rest yet, or will I qualify for that later? Depends on the
Yeah,
stats.
I would
Oh,
say
no.
you have. If you have something that needs to be recharged or something, sure.
Well, no, it's because like I will use spell if I haven't, but if I have, I'm not gonna waste it.
You already have. Like it's not quite dawn
Yeah,
yet, but it's
then I
getting
will.
there.
Okay. Nope, I don't notice.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, Hubert sees not one but now two figures. One, I guess in D&D terms, a medium, and then one more small figure kind of coming along. I mean, yeah. If you guys wanted to go ahead and take your long rest, you can. For those of you who are asleep. Uh, so yeah, what does Hubert and Syl want to do? So yeah, Syl, you
I
don't
mean,
see anything. Hubert is. I don't know. What is Hubert doing now that they see something?
Feel
Or
like we
see
try
two
to
things now.
stay. Feel like he'd watch them for a moment, make sure they maybe let him pass by, and then does he know where? Does Hubert know where Syl is?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Vaguely.
Especially with that 24 or whatever it was for perception, or 22.
Hmm.
So I would say at this
I
point, Syl's probably still a good several hundred feet away from from the thing that's being spotted.
Mhm.
I mean,
Well,
I would continue moving stealthily
Yep.
until I see something or I'm indicated that something.
I think Hubert would follow at quite a distance. Make sure they're still heading towards the camp, try and gather any other information, try and notice anything about him, but stealth is priority over gathering information.
Got it. So yeah, this thing keeps closing and closing. So give me another perception check. Now that Hubert would know that, because Hubert's more or less locked on at this point, I would say. Uh, yeah, you're still not noticing it. In fact,
What does rolling double digits feel like?
yeah, right.
Because I don't.
And oh, interesting. Okay. Uh,
I'm very distracted by Hubert. I'm like, hey, what's the point of this?
so we'll say Hubert will see the medium figure, the larger of the two, suddenly like lean into the small figure and like look at it just like what, and then like he stops his advance or they stop their advance right away, uh, and starts taking a more like defensive and almost like hiding posture. But Hubert is keeping an eye, and they do not seem to, as far as Hubert can tell, they do not seem to be aware of Hubert. But it seems that something has spooked them.
I'm aware of them now with a 7.
No, just Hubert.
Okay. Yeah.
But they seem to be aware of you guys now. Of one of you, at least.
Hubert. Mm,
So what's Hubert gonna do? And I should say, Hubert can also talk to Fenris this whole time too, if Hubert would like to. Although, yeah, that's fine.
Is that a Which part? What
120
20
feet
feet?
of telepathic
Oh,
communication.
is it only 120 feet?
Okay,
You're
so that's
probably
small
at
It's
the.
then.
not the tip of the chain.
Yeah, you're probably a little too far at this point. I'd say he's.
Yeah, yeah.
Hubert's probably closer to like 200 feet or so away from the camp at this point.
Okay. If they are if they are just that far though, then I think Huber might prepare to return to camp. Um, uh, I think he's fly a little low. No, he goes back to camp. That might be something.
So at this point, you see Hubert sees they're still moving towards you guys, but it looks like now the one of them's got some sort of weapon out, uh, long, not sure what it is. Doesn't appear to be bladed, but uncertain. And is advancing, but like very kind of low and slow.
Hubert is gonna come up from the tree, um, just kind of do a little flyby, maybe 20 feet above the ground, and just head straight south. He wants to fly near Sill
Okay.
to kind of get his attention,
Okay.
um, and just kind of proceed south.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow that. That's fine.
We were heading west, right?
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
So
So now you,
Hubert
so yeah, south would be
just
more or less
he
parallel
flies
to.
by me and starts going south.
Sorry, say again.
So Hubert basically he just flies by me and just south back to camp. No, we were going like what is south?
I mean, yeah, y'all were kind of going northwestish, but more west than north.
Yeah, okay.
South is just it's not
Yeah,
camp.
just going in a different direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Does Hubert do anything else or just flies by?
Just flies by, but it does seem
so
deliberate.
big. All these lines are so huge.
Okay. As Hubert flies by, I'll be like, stupid. What's we looking for? This is.
That's the
And I
path.
shall continue forward west because I was told to go look at stuff west.
Okay.
I found nothing.
You can give me one more stealth and perception check.
Um,
Assuming you're going stealthily.
yes. Oh, absolutely. Oh,
Oh, no, you're not.
that one. You know, I'm so mad at the stupid Hubert that I'm just like, I'm just cursing it and this the history like, and you said another perception.
Yeah, perception,
sure
please,
this
to
one.
see if you can spot.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
that's
better.
better. It is better. You don't spot. You don't see anything, but you do hear a little bit of rustling pretty close to you now. It's probably within 100 and something feet of you, 150, 120, not sure, feet of you, to your north now. So like it seems like they're kind of like taking a wide berth trying to get to you. But you don't see anything. You just kind of like hear some movement. But it also appears to be not as it's I mean, so the movement that you hear is not like soft, slow footsteps. It's more of kind of like like not necessarily running, but it's with some urgency.
I will cast Long Strider on myself.
Okay. Which does that have a
My
verbal
whole
component to it?
does that, that's an excellent question.
It
How did I
does.
cast it? It is yes, it is both somatic and the material.
Okay.
So again, I've actually
It's fine. You can still whisper. It's fine. Just
the weeks that I have, but yes, I will activate that just to give myself some extra speed. So that's one
so
spell
what's your
slot
speed now? 50? No.
done. Yeah, it's 15.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I hear it sounds like running kit, and then I would like to draw one of my dragonflies just trapped, and I'm going to yell out, "Francis, is there Francis in the woods? I shall. I was looking. It better be friends. This is our regrets.
You're calling this out?
Yes.
Okay. As you're running away.
No, I'm currently standing my.
Oh, you're just standing your ground. Oh, okay.
I'm standing and I'm like looking because I heard noise. So what direction I heard noise, I'm like bow is cocked, aiming in that
Got
direction,
it. Okay.
ready to release an arrow or a dragonfly. The second I see something that seems hostile, if something pops up and is like "hello," I won't like immediately shoot.
You see a small flying something. It's got kind of leathery wings. It's got a tail. It's flying towards you, and as you call out, it kind of just goes Rah! And it's kind of dark. So do you have dark vision? I think you do.
I do.
He does.
Okay.
60 feet.
You can see it's kind of reptilian in nature, but it is a small thing sort of flying towards you, coming toward you, and it makes some noise, and then you hear, and you even kind of see, probably about like 150 feet, which is about your range, I think, someone approaching to you with their hand up.
With her hand up.
Yep. Because they heard you
Okay.
say friends.
Okay. Yeah, I shall still with dragonfly onto my bow.
Okay.
Point it to the ground, and I shall go. How this is? What is intentions?
Who is
Do I
this?
need friends?
Um, I don't know for friends, but I'm here to listen to what the hell you're doing here. This is not a good place for
Our
anybody.
campus is this is his ways, and I pointed back to the
Okay.
camp.
But
I
so you see.
do
Oh, go ahead.
yeah. Do you want to come to campuses and visits? We heard noises. They sent me. I don't know why. But you can come to campuses.
Sure. Yeah, I know there's a couple of you. I saw you guys. And then now coming into view, you see a small dragon flying towards you, but it appears to be friendly.
Dragon.
Uh, he goes,
I shall move in the direction of camp,
okay.
but without my back turned to them. I will not
Just
aim
kind of
the arrow at
stepping.
them,
Okay.
but I might. It's cocked, aimed at the ground, ready to. If they so much as fart in my direction and I feel that's hostile, I'm releasing it.
He fought in my general direction. Uh, so, so yeah, you're letting the humanoid
They
person
can approach
close. Okay, they're definitely
Well,
approaching.
as long as weapons are like they can have weapons. As long as the weapons aren't aimed at me or they're rushing at me, then yes.
Yeah. So he had a staff out. He puts it on his back. He's like, "Yeah, I'd love to see you guys. I'm Sketch. Uh, I, I saw or I heard that you guys were, or I heard from you guys earlier, and I was just while I was checking on my rounds, and I wanted to see what the hell this was all about. So, what are you guys doing here? Why are you in this part of the?" And he's just kind of He's like walking towards you, assuming walking camp now. So you're gonna be like walking facing him the whole time, or are you gonna eventually kind of like walk side by side, or?
If he's willing to pass me and walk in the direction that I was walking, so I can walk behind it, then I will walk behind them straight. Otherwise, like I will not turn my back.
Okay. You. The camp is
Uh,
this way then.
Yeah, this way. Talks is so much. Come, campuses. Go campuses.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why I asked. I knew where your camp was, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, he'll walk in front.
Before too much
Okay,
time.
then I'll walk behind. Again, I won't point an arrow at him,
Yeah. What?
but
Fenris?
I'm ready if need be.
After Hubert flew south, maybe 60, 90 feet, he turned towards camp to get
Uh-huh.
within.
So yeah, he would have told
to
you
let
like, yeah, I saw two things. Looks like Sill's talking to him now.
you made friends. That was fast.
Don't know.
And
I
kind
think
of
he would have
unlike
left
him,
before that was established.
I feel. But Fenris is just sitting at camp with his armor. He's got a
Do I have
axe and shield equipped.
a picture? I might have a picture of this guy. This is a good enough picture, I think. Sure, we'll do this. It's not perfect, but it's good. So yeah, he's got a bit of a hood. A bit rough looking. He's a little hairier than this guy, but still good enough. But he's like, yeah, I saw you guys on the road, and I just had to figure out what the hell you guys were doing down here. So why are you heading? And it looks like you're heading north. It's a bad idea, man. You don't want to go that way.
I don't speak directions. I follow troops as I just you talk too much, and
I'm
I'm going to make sure that I smell real bad.
okay. Fair enough. I'm. I said I'm sketch, by the way, right? I introduced myself? I think, right?
Names is yes, fine. I still so hasisisa. But no one's just call me Sil.
Sills. Okay, got it.
Not Sils. Sils. Sils.
Sills.
Ah, yes.
Anyway,
And just gets a double blank sigh.
I saw there's what, like 6 of you guys? Is that about right?
Too many questions.
Okay, I'll stop.
Do you
Let's
have friends
just
with them?
we're just gonna keep
What
going.
if
And
you are not friends? There's no answers. You talk to them.
I
I
have
just.
he's very visibly annoyed.
The both of them.
So he heads back to camp. So Veishi, at this point, you would see Syl, and so you'd have seen Hubert come back. You would have seen Syl's now coming back with that gentleman and his dragon companion walking.
I would have
Oh,
let
Fenris,
Messi
you would have
know.
too. Yeah, you would have seen too.
I would have let Messi know. Hubert says that Syl made friends with him, so don't immediately start launching attacks. Just kind of stay on edge, but don't just shoot him out the gate. You know.
Yeah,
I
first.
am so proud of Sil.
Me
The
too.
second I see anybody from the camp, like the second I see, I mean, like, camp's friends, you talk to them. Stupid
Yeah,
questions.
yeah, believe me.
And I just like walk off like full speed, just like I point and I go to my little comfortable area, and I'm done with this guy.
Yeah. So yeah, he walks up, kind of his hands were up, but then as soon as Syl is no longer like holding his bow ready at the ready, he's just like, and he just kind of looks around. He spots Fenris, being the tall person that he is. He's like,
Fenris is talking to Veishi, but Veishi probably looks
oh
like
yeah,
a
no,
tree
he
to
does
him
not.
still.
He does not notice that you. Yeah, he's like, hello. Syl's told me that he's not much of a talker, is he?
No, I was surprised when sounded like he made a friend, and I was kind of confused by that. But
Nah, I wouldn't
Fenris.
call us friends. But in fact, I think you guys should leave. It's not. This is a bad place to go. Trust me. And in fact, actually, both Syl. Actually, anybody who's seen this person can make a general intelligence check. And I'll say, actually, you can make a history if you'd like. If you're proficient in history, you can add your proficiency bonus.
My
I just love the visual of like Gwen is ugly sleeping, Debris is just like proper posh sleeping.
Oh
Just
yeah,
can't be
for
bothered.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
face
And
mask.
I'm like,
Yeah, does Jebri have like eye masks? Yeah, he can sleep with.
Of course.
Does he sleep in the coffin pose?
Is it?
No.
Okay, he knows comfort.
Uh, and Syl, if you'd like, you can make a history check. This is to determine if you may recognize this person. That's all.
Sure, yeah, on that part, okay.
And so again, yeah,
'Cause
Fenris and
otherwise,
Veishi, because I just said intelligence. Are either of you proficient in history?
that's not a natural one. I don't
Hey.
give a fuck.
No.
Listen, we don't know who you are, but I don't know if you should be giving us instructions. I'm Fenris. What's your name?
Sketch. Nice to meet you.
I'll
But
offer to
again,
shake his hand.
I don't. Why the hell are you guys heading this direction? I think you guys are heading north, right?
The wagons are still facing north. Yeah.
Why? There's nothing but trouble that way. You don't want to go that way.
Sounds about right. But no, that's our business.
Yeah, I'm asking
What
about
is
your
the
business. Like, what business could you possibly have? There's no business to be had there. It's just
what's it to you?
insanity. I'm trying to help you. It's a bad idea.
We sign up for bad ideas quite often.
I mean, brother, I know that. And most of the time it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. And if you go that way, it will not work out.
Kind of you said it's dangerous. What kind of danger?
That's the thing. It's like you think you know a thing, but you're wrong. Like you might think, "Oh, I can handle this. I've taken these guys things down exactly like this before." But nope. Then everything's all different and weird, and you don't understand. That's the and we don't understand what's happening with it either. To be honest. Hello, New Text.
I love new text.
That's the town of New Text right there.
Our destination.
God, I'm
It's a
sorry.
sprawling metropolis of New Text.
Would you happen to have directions to
I
New
prefer
Text?
old text myself. You know, new text is just as good.
I've never been to New Text.
Hang on, that's
Not changing.
Excuse me.
We found it. It's right here.
Do you know directions to the change?
I didn't think that was gonna be like on the screen. I thought I was just.
That's funny.
I don't know how to get rid of it now. Crap! I suck.
I mean, you can select it and
Oh,
delete it. I mean, if not, I can. If you want me to, I can.
Can you select it? Yeah, please.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Let me make.
Thank you.
So Vaishi's like still right next to Fenris, but they're staying incredibly still to like keep up the guys. They don't really want to like scare their new friend off
Make
by
a
like
stealth check.
talking, but just listening.
Yeah,
Sure.
make a stealth check.
Absolutely.
And then I gotta roll that one.
Oh God,
Oh boy.
awful.
Yeah.
Do trees breathe because your chest is going up and
Actually, I imagine. Actually, do Marians breathe? I don't actually know. I don't.
They do not need to breathe.
Okay.
No.
But does
But
Veishi
maybe they
breathe?
do so
Yeah.
to speak.
Yeah.
Air collection is for the purposes of
Let him
communication
photosynthesize if he wants.
So like, if I'm caught, I'm going to assume Veishi doesn't know
Well,
and
I'll
is
say,
like trying to stay still.
I'll say this: the little dragon is like clawing at you, like, and like kind of tries to perch on you and like bounce up and down and like put weight on you. And it's like
What size is this
It's small.
dragon?
small.
It is small. Okay, got it. That's the one thing I was just curious.
Gumdrop. Well, it's probably gonna end up with a different name.
I mean,
but
Adam, if it helps you,
Gumdrop
it's a Drake
is-
companion.
Okay.
Gumdrop
that's
is gonna come and perch on the other side of me and like squawk and make noise when they squawk, kind of like back and forth.
The dragon just kind of hisses. At Gumdrop. Back off.
Is that enough to wake us up if we're asleep?
You know what? What's your passive? Your passive perception, I would say yes. You do hear kind of like a growling kind of dragon sound, just vaguely.
I might pick up my voice with that. Just hey, what is your dragon friend here? What is? Can you calm him down?
Sure. Like so, if anybody who wants to wake up now, you can all hear that.
Yeah. As I'm like rolling around, I just kind of instinctively put on the candy shell. All right. Look up, see a stranger, put my head back down, enchant one blade, enchant another blade.
Sleight of hand.
I
I
assure
think
you-
give
In
me-
your bedroll? I like it.
Cause like it physically makes them glow, right?
It's a
it
thick
doesn't-
bedroll.
Add light. I mean,
Oh, okay, then never mind.
yeah, I thought the Radiance of Dawn one where they actually shed light. I'm not a ghost slayer or whatever it's called.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so I'm just like I'm slowly like I gotta start getting up. Dealing with this right now.
Let me prep for battle.
But
Just kind of moving around.
but sketch. Please
Yeah.
try not to damage the trees. They're our friends, you
Oh,
know.
Drake. Wait, why do you have a tree on your wagon? Wait, what the hell?
They're-
That's not a. What is that? Is that alive?
All trees
Hey.
are alive.
It
Listen,
depends on
Smarty.
your perception of
Oh
what's
God, that is
alive.
alive. Holy.
As long as you're friendly.
Yeah.
I mean you no harm.
The dragon will fly out, like not, be very caught off guard by this.
Oh, you too, little one. Oh.
Drake, just come here. Don't worry about him.
What's the name?
Drake. Because I'm that.
Oh, it's a
I'm that.
sketch and Drake.
Yeah.
Cool.
Drake
Got
and
it.
Josh.
I could have named him Josh. I should have named him Josh. God damn it. Josh the Drake.
Now, I didn't want to surprise you. I'm sorry for my failed attempt at. Well, never mind.
Huh?
You're fine, Vaishi. It's
Listen,
just a
I don't
moment.
know if you heard me talking to Fenris. You said your name was. Um.
Yes, you can call me Finn for short.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you, Fen. Yeah. Whatever reason you guys have for going north is, I can't. It's. You guys look like you can probably handle yourself. I see the gear you got, some of it, and it looks like there's quite a few of you, but you may think you know what you're getting into, but you don't.
So
And
If
of
you
course,
allow it.
yeah, Gwen hears all that.
Yeah. So if I look over at him, magic beaming off of him in any way? Is any of his gear magical?
Let me look.
mm,
Friends, we have a new
Currently,
friend.
because detect magic does not. What is it? What it blocks? Some stuff blocks it, right? But it has to be like an inch of iron or like a foot of stone or something, right? I think.
Yeah, it's. I mean, sorry, I just.
Like
Yeah.
simple clothes generally would not block it. Is what I'm.
No, no, no.
Is this
Yeah, no, no.
detect magic you're talking about?
Yeah, he has detect magic up at all times.
Yeah, my eyes are just always detect
Yeah,
magic.
just glowy, glowy, glowy.
So it's 1 inch of common metal. Or a
Yeah,
thin sheet of
he's
lead.
wearing leather armor or hide armor technically. So
or is he?
yeah, his bow is glowing. He's got a long bow on his back that's glowing.
Okay. And then his
Other than
dragon
that,
companion.
he
Does it have any barding, or is it wearing anything?
nope.
Okay.
But it itself is magical. So
I get that. Yeah.
fair enough.
So when I'm kind of worming around, trying not to get noticed, I kind of poke Jebri. I'm like, and I put my hand over his mouth so he can't breathe, and he wakes up. Yeah, you're like,
Your hand's getting hot.
That's true. So hot.
and then he kind of comes to being awake. I go, shh, 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 shh. We have guests. And I just start being awkward and just like on my back. You know when you're a kid and you put you're on your back and you push yourself with your legs on the ground?
Yeah.
That's literally what
It's a scoot. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Um, can I have Hubert circling again as if he was on watch? Make sure nobody else is trying to.
Okay, sure.
leave
Yeah,
it,
Hubert
and,
can make another perception check.
mhm.
Just same general area of where he found Sketch.
Yeah, kind of towards the west.
Double fives.
Oh,
Uh,
uh,
yeah.
yeah,
So
towards
far
the west,
nothing.
specifically.
Just that's the only thing.
Okay.
Um,
And then Fenris would, I guess it's not small talk anymore at this point. It'd be so if it's so dangerous, how are you and your companion traveling alone? Spend a lot of time out here.
make an insight check as he says, "Yeah, we're alone. We just kind of make a living out here. It's as long as you stay undetected, then yeah, you believe him. As long as you keep your head low, stay undetected. I mean, I saw you guys right before you guys saw me, and that's the trick. That's right. See what's coming at you before they see you. So
Right.
actually,
As he says that, if you allow that, Danny, as he says that, I warmed up to him and I just pull on his pant leg I say, you didn't see me.
Oh boy.
Good morning.
Ugh.
Morning, Gwen.
Hi.
Hello, I'm Sketch. Nice to
That's a
meet
sketchy
you.
name.
Yeah, you're not the first one to make that joke. Uh,
And I stand up and I say, good morning, you want some candy? And I start rifling through my bag and I'm like,
uh,
Are you
sure.
are you still in the bedroll?
okay. So I'm sure you've been talking to them and they're very good at communicating. In fact, I'm
They're
sure you've
not.
handled out all the logistics of everything. And I know you're now going to help us go to Ivyholm and figure out what all this changing stuff is about.
Wait,
And we're going to get rid of the
what do you
trolls that are not trolls,
what do you
the
mean by
Praetons that are not
changing
Praetons.
stuff and trolls that are
Oh,
not
I pulled out the
trolls?
perfect Peryton coat. This thing is a Peryton. See, you can see I did a really good job of skinning it,
Familiar with them?
but
Yeah.
it speaks like a demon. And then these gross bits, and I start pulling out my bag with all the. These come from Troll. The
Please
Troll is
tell me
not.
it's the same bag that Candy is in.
No, she's
Candy's
a
in her like in
magical.
their jacket, I think, right? Like,
Yeah, it's just
Huh.
it's my. Ben, you think it is just based on how it's moving, but no, it's a different bag. And I said, this is a troll gut. This is more troll gut. This is more troll gut.
okay,
I
okay.
throw troll gut on fire. See, it does not damage it. It is like fire does not hurt troll gut.
Like
I mean, it's
familiar but different.
wow. It really isn't. It's kind of holding up.
Yeah, it's weird. Look, this is
It's like
acid.
not even
See,
really
acid. And I,
cooking it.
right? That's weird. And I take it out of the fire with
Well,
my
anyway,
acid.
so you know what? That just like I was telling Fen, and it's a bad idea to go north.
Did
This
Artie
is.
send you? Are you a friend of Artie's?
I'm not. I don't know who Artie is.
It's something a friend of Artie would say. Artie sent you. You are, yeah, companion,
I mean, you can make an insight check
happy.
if you want. It's up to you. It's up to you. You don't have to. No, but he looks very confused when you say that. But no,
I don't
that's. I
know.
mean, this whole thing kind of proves my point. It's like, yeah, yeah, I know trolls, and that is, if is that a, yeah, that does
It's a
kind of
troll
look
gut.
like
We
it.
killed two
It
of them
does,
over down.
like the size
Yeah.
matches. That, but that proves my point. Just like you think you know what you're getting into a fight with, and it's something that behaves totally different. A Puritan shrieking? Maybe
Yeah, it was
that.
really loud.
That's yeah, but again, that that just proves my point. Don't you don't want to do that. There, it only gets worse the further north you go. Like it's not.
Here's the thing,
So you think that's
Eddie.
bad? Like you'll just start running into patches of terrain that are totally different. Like it's the
Ooh.
middle of
Like a
spring and
gnarly
it'll be
beetle.
like a snowy winter just in the middle of nowhere.
Well, here's the thing, Sketchy, my boy. Um, we have a job, and
Who sent you on this job?
the people at Mornley.
Yeah, who?
All right, I say a name, you say a name at the same time. I go one, two, three,
Wait,
go.
what name
On
am I
go, we
supposed to
say the name.
say?
I don't know the person that sent you out here, or who you think is here.
Nobody
Who
sent
do
me
you
out
think
here.
sent us? Okay, then who do you think sent us? On go.
I'm just curious because I know some people in.
No. One, two, three, go.
Alistair, you didn't say
I didn't
anything.
say his name. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. You were right. Haha,
I
there's
was right.
Alistair. Alistair.
God,
You
did he
Congratulations.
know,
really? He
I feel like that was really honest of you to just say that you
Yeah.
weren't sent by anybody before you even said anything. You know?
Hey, it's hell. It is a form of chitter chatter. And Vishi, I,
Hmm?
by the way,
that was a dirty
make
trick.
sure Gumdrop, when Gumdrop comes by, does not perch on the earrings. It hurts.
I'll let them know.
I love Gumdrop. I love to cuddle the Gumdrop. And by the way, Sketchy, your dragon is really cute.
Thanks. That was a dirty trick. I don't like that.
So,
You gotta understand, trickster. And you ate the candy already, so we're friends.
I have a few questions for you, if that's okay, whenever we get to it, right?
Where do I look when you're talking? I don't.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
I can hear you, if that helps.
Not really, but I don't have much of a choice. I don't think at this point.
Maybe just talk at Fenris.
That makes it weirder.
Oh,
No offense.
oh, hey, Jabbery.
Yeah,
You see Jeffrey's like
Jabbery?
I
preparing
wasn't
himself.
fully expecting to wake everybody up. Listen, like you don't all
Well,
need to hear this. I'm just saying, especially if I can't fucking believe Alistair.
I really thank
No,
you
no,
for
no.
trying to let us know about this danger in Ivyholm, but we're
I
really
don't know the
hard to
danger that
convince.
faces you face in Ivyholm. That's the point, man. It's
Well,
fucked up.
Well,
let us know exactly what you mean to warn us about. What do you mean by what's
I'm
not
warning you
like?
about the unknown. Like the known you think you don't know, right? Like the troll you think you can burn is gonna just be happy burning. Apparently, like that's messed up, man. What do you do with that? You don't want to keep dealing with stuff like that, right? Like that's messed up.
We
So the
apply
rest of my
liberal
companions.
applications of other violence, radiance, lightning. We've got options.
Yeah.
axe, tree.
Tree.
God damn it.
I have a
Alright.
Jabraxis, Amaranthine. I'd like to say it's a
Bless
pleasure to
you.
meet you, but it's the middle of the night and
I mean, I like to do my work
I
at night.
enjoy sleeping. I appreciate the message
Yeah,
you think
Branthis,
you're
it's
giving
actually
to us,
almost
but
morning.
we are professionals. We were promised pay to investigate the goings on because, like you said, things are strange and they're getting stranger closer to the border, which is a threat to the city and the shops and individuals who live there. We need to at least get an understanding of what is happening,
This is just for
right?
money. Is that
We
what this is?
everything is for money. I mean, most everything is for money.
have legacy.
I mean, not really
That
more
is
to
true.
that.
I'm more concerned about the abjuration of natural ways that you are talking about. I'm keenly aware of that, as my nature is, quite different, I
Yeah.
guess you could say.
Um.
And I would like to find the nature of what is subverting what is natural and potentially do something about it, but that's my prerogative.
Listen.
Yes. Then the point I was trying to get here is I know that you seem to think that we are cocksure adventurers looking to make a quick buck, but I can assure you that one, we are quite competent. And you may be right. We
We'll say
are not
was able
prepared
to
for what's coming
sneak up on you
because,
guys.
well, we
Saw
had
you
the
coming.
You
tree.
could
It's fine.
certainly try.
No, I did it successfully.
And
I'm quite
congratulations.
perceptive. How did you do
Let's
that?
do.
I guess you're not as good as you
Anyway,
think.
it's not important. The point
This is the
is that
second
there's
time this trip that somebody has snuck up on us, and I feel quite upset about that. I must apologize to everybody.
Jeffrey will
It's not going to be the
come
last time, I'll
back.
tell you that much. If you keep going.
Anyway,
Which, by the way, so anybody who's waking up and seeing him for the first time can do a history check as well.
Yay. Yeah, I was gonna ask if, but anyways, go ahead,
Yeah, yeah.
Jabbery. You were talking.
I'll do history.
Not quite good enough.
Well, obviously he's not quite good enough that I don't recognize him.
You have a negative one in
Holy shit.
history? Wow.
What over here?
Hey.
Natural 19.
Yeah, we're a total of 31.
Hi. I'm
This is what's that?
annoying, but I'm curious.
you know who the fuck this is. He's one of the Taskmasters.
Give me that tea.
What is the Taskmaster?
Those are the prankster bitches.
No. Well, so to be the they were fans of the Taskmasters. The Taskmasters are an adventuring group that was well known in the area of Mornley that hadn't been
Yeah,
heard of for several months,
yeah.
if not maybe
Okay,
close to a year.
cool. Uh, do they have like any distinguishing emblem or anything on him? Just
He doesn't. Not that you can. Well, you can do a perception check.
sure. I will not go against this one. I'm gonna roll.
Not that you can see.
Yeah.
You do know that they
Okay.
have the sort of red seal with the T in it,
Yeah.
but you
So
don't see
what
anything
I
like that on him.
gotcha. So while Jabrexis and everyone is talking to him, I'll go over to Ben and I'll be like, "Hey Ben,
Yeah.
so that guy right there, he's sketch. Remember when we were leaving Mornley and those punk kids gave us a scroll and it went boom?
Yes.
That guy is part of the group that they like. He was supposed to be dead. Or he's been missing for a year or something like that. I don't know. So, just thought I'd let you know.
Ben's very confused because he's like,
Okay. So it was Jabrexis saying.
So what he's trying to essentially say is, you know, look, some
Who are you all?
some failed group was supposed to come up here and get answers for things. They never came back. And yeah, I get it. That's bad news. But
You can make an insight check.
if he doesn't care.
Oh,
He
okay,
doesn't
fair
care.
enough. All
That's
right,
fine.
fair.
Love that.
Actually, anybody who's looking at him can make an insight check if they want.
The so uh, the point he's trying to get is whether or not it is dangerous, difficult, or the otherwise. The fact remains that something's going on. It's affecting things as far south as, well, let's see. How many days was between where um the trolls were and us crossing the border?
Just over a day. So
Just over a day. If things are getting that close to where a day's ride from the border, there are weird not creatures, then this needs to get investigated. And as much as I dislike where we are and what we're doing, uh,
weird, not creatures. What are you talking about?
you know, I've already forgotten what they're called. The birds that weren't like, but they're deer
Right
birds.
on.
Thank
Oh,
you.
You're welcome.
That's
so you
And
ran
he's
into
part of the
those?
Taskmaster.
Wait, what did you say?
Yeah, you're part of the Taskmasters.
I exploded one of those
I mean, I
bird
guess our
things.
reputation precedes us.
No, you have punk fans that try to prank us. But hey, it's nice to meet you.
Sketch, by the
Yes,
way, I don't think I've caught the rest of your names since you seem to just be waking up now. Um, Sketch, you are.
yes. You're sorry,
Oh, you
sketch, but
said
you
Jib.
Gibraxus
Bro,
amaranthor.
Jib. There's got to be something short. Can I
Yes,
call you
the whole
Jeb?
thing. No. Anyway,
And you?
you're right in
And
that
points to
your
Guinevere.
reputation precedes you. Is the fact that we were told that you went up here, you've been gone for a year, and there's no word back. So I don't know if your
Has it been
friends
a
are
year?
slow or dead, but that's why we're here.
And you think you can do better than
And
the
I,
Taskmasters?
I'm just
and I
saying somebody has to do something
Who
since it
are
appears you
you
haven't
all?
done anything.
And I would point out real quick, you do not interrupt Jabri when he is talking because you do not want to anger the dragon.
Uh, can I can I interject for my distance here?
I mean,
After that's said,
you can, sure.
just coincidentally, after that said, you guys will hear like a tiny explosion,
Okay.
and you'll just hear Shell go, "That's was not supposed to." Ah,
So,
stupid
so have
turtle.
you been tinkering this whole time?
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Oh,
just like
nice. Okay.
mixing things.
But yeah,
Yeah,
at
and
the oh, say, that's not. He'll just be like, what the I am not afraid of dragons. I fucking hang out with Drake all the time.
Question: Is this does so? And this is a question for both me and for
Jabri.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Nice.
Um, I know the Drake Warden thing.
Yeah.
In the context of this of materia and everything, are they actually tiny dragons or are they like what's the
No, they are
pseudo
considered
phenotype type?
dragons. Their creature type is dragon.
Yeah. What he said.
For rules and whatever, right? I'm saying, is this literally just a tiny dragon or a like if he lets this thing go and it grows for 500 years, it'll turn into a big
I mean, it's
regular dragon.
bound to him, right? So it's like not like when he dies. I think it just ceases to exist, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's where it gets. That's why I
I'm
was
actually
asking
not
in the
sure.
context of materia, is because like
well,
it's a
it
draconic spirit made manifest as
yes,
a
exactly.
Pretty much.
You magically summon a drake that is bonded to you. Its creature type is dragon, so your draconic persuasion stuff works against it because it is considered a dragon. It will only ever grow based on how far down his levels go to I think it's like large is the biggest it can get
I don't actually know.
or something like that. Yeah,
yeah.
like yeah, it can only get to large. So it's not a full-blooded dragon, but it is a dragon spirit that takes the form of a dragon creature. That makes sense.
Yeah, so that's kind of where it was getting from. If it's
Oh, then actually his is medium. Sorry, I forgot that it grows at 7. So yeah, he's his medium.
he
Okay.
does, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, because Jebri, if it was, if in the context of materia it was literally a dragon, he would be probably more receptive to it than not that he's like would hate it that it's dragon related, but not an actual dragon, because he's got the summon draconic spirit spell himself. So it's he's trying to internalize how much respect versus cute interest he has.
Mm-hmm.
I think if is this how how prevalent it would be in context, in world context, right? Like I can't imagine that there's a ton of draconic
Nope.
rangers, but yeah.
Yeah, no, he's pretty unique in this area. You may have heard of one in your travels, or maybe a couple at most, since you probably deal with other adventure types. But it's not that
Mm-hmm.
common now. But yeah, no, I'm not afraid of dragons, man. Like Drake and we're just like, I get him. Like I know that doesn't mean you
Yeah.
and I are gonna get along, but like I know what dragons can
Look,
do, man.
Are you kidding? We're gonna be best friends by the time we go to Ivyholm and we
I'm
fix
not gonna go,
everything.
so
And yes, you are because Archie sent you, and you know Alistair, and you asked, and we are sweet release, and we are
who
the
is
best.
Art? Do you guys know who this Artie person is?
it's her
It's
uncle or something. I don't know. She goes on about him forever, but so I guess the question then is, Sketch,
Yes.
is one, what have you been doing this whole time? And two, if you're not going to Ivyholm to try to figure out what's going on, what are you even doing here? What's the point? Why are you still here?
Uh, okay. So yes, I am one of the taskmasters, as the young ladies figured out.
Guinevere Tasbooth, pleasure to
Oh,
meet you.
finally. Yes. Hi, Sketch. Sills, Fen,
Silsoha Sahisisa.
Jeb. Bless you?
Jabraxis Amaranthor.
You can stop at Jabraxis if you must.
Uh, Guinevere. Some other guy sleeping? And the talking tree, which. Did I get
I'm
your
a
name?
spirit from a swamp near Thundercrown.
Every time you
They
speak,
call me
he kind of
Veishi.
looks like just vaguely off in your direction, not sure where to look.
You still have the option to look at me when you're speaking to them.
Again, that's. I don't know why you think that makes it less creepy.
Wait,
I'm not exactly sure why I'm here either. I might be a summoned spirit. We haven't figured that out yet.
I don't think you're more than that.
You-
Much more.
I'm not sure that matters.
You guys definitely aren't ready to go.
yes, but you are. You've been here for a year, and you are going to help us.
Getch, it is your destiny to assist us.
You know what? Make a
Can
persuasion
you
check
hear
just for fun.
Own voice?
What?
You
What check?
hear that
Persuasion.
voice?
Persuasion.
That voice is.
I know your
Mwah.
charisma's not the best. Oh no, your charisma's good. You're a warlord. What am I saying? Oh!
Oh!
Holy shit.
Oh!
I mean, yes. That
You came across us for a reason.
I really don't think so, but listen. Me and the others. Yeah, that's a really good roll and a really good time for it. Me and the others. At least the ones who are left. We might go up there once we figure out what the hell's going on. We don't really know what's going on. We have some information. But since you idiots don't seem to be... Listen.
I mean, let's not throw disparaging remarks considering you didn't even realize you've been gone for a year and presumed dead.
Listen.
Or cowardly, I guess. I don't know what everybody thinks of you.
Does he do all the talking for you guys? Because maybe he shouldn't.
Yeah,
We take
we don't
turns.
interrupt the dragon when he speaks.
I'm just saying you referred to all of us as idiots, but, you know, just saying that, you know, you task takers are no show for a year.
And I love
he-
Jibber so much.
I mean, is he just misnaming us just to be spiteful, or is he just...
Well, you call yourself the master of tasks, but you took this task.
Yeah.
That's about all you've done so far.
I mean, basically up until almost a year ago, we mastered every task that was set in front of us. That's where the name comes from. Who are you guys? Like, are you guys? Should I know who the heck you are? Because I don't. Never heard
I mean,
What
of
circles do you?
Fen or Sills or. He just points at Jabraxis or Guinevere or Tree. Like, I don't know.
Hey. To be fair, you haven't heard of us because you've been lost in the woods for a year.
I mean, I gotta assume you guys have been working for more than a year or so, right?
No, not really.
Then you're definitely not ready.
No,
We've
we're
all been
definitely
on our-
ready.
We've all been on our various paths. We just happened to meet further
Who
down than
Are
others.
you?
Told you, sweet release.
All right, he's gonna make it.
You're not going to know anything about us because we did not exist before you went into the woods.
So why? What have you done? Like, why? What makes you think you can take on? Again, I don't. You know what?
We fought the undead corrosion over at Thunder Crown. We saved the swamps from evil spirits. We went to Silkport and defeated evil. Why was that Thunder Crown?
You're pretty
What
far
did I say?
for Thundercrown, man.
Yes.
Yes,
We,
I am
I
very
kind of
not.
just made that up, so if it changes, I don't know.
No, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cannon.
We stopped a criminal organization chain over at Silkport. We made sure Bravestone's mayor was safe and protected from a demon in
Deception
disguise.
check.
We defeated defeated a kraken in the bay. We're just gonna
Oh my
keep
God.
going.
Deception check, and if you keep going, I'll start adding on disadvantage. But it's up to you, which is fine because I feel like you want to be found out.
Yes, I do. I'm
Okay, sure,
fucking
deception
with him
check.
on
Oh
purpose.
yeah, but he's also. Oh
Like,
no, no, he actually is pretty bright. He's just not very smart.
yeah. See,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
fucking with him on purpose. Like I'm smiling
he's like,
while I'm
listen,
saying this
you
shit.
said the undead thing. I was ready to sign on to, but like, Kraken, get the. Now you're just making shit
Fenris,
up.
Hey,
Fenris
of
can't keep a straight
course.
face.
Like that's the point of being an adventurer. You make it a grandiose legacy, and then the real shit sticks and survives history. Like the last name Tusk Tooth.
It's.
I'm sure you've heard of it. You've just forgotten about it because you hit your head on too many logs being lost in the woods. Here, have a
No,
lollipop.
I'm.
The sugar will help. Your blood sugar is very low. In fact, here, Drakey. Here, Drake,
Oh my
Drake. Have a
god.
lollipop. It'll make you feel good.
No, Drake, don't.
Drake.
I mean, I don't think him consuming food really even does anything, but Drake.
Of course it doesn't. Do you think our familiars like to eat our food? They just do it because they're sweeties. They're sweetie pies. They make us feel good.
Can I
Gosh,
can I have the
you
lollipop?
really? You know what? It's the morning. I'm not a morning person. I am a sugar person. So I am going to walk away. I'm going to go make sure Says he doesn't blow himself up. I will let
Yeah,
Jibri and the
that's.
smart one tuck it out, the social ones tuck it out. And it's been a very nice pleasure. And I'm so glad that Artie brought you because you are just going to be so much fun to fuck with.
This whole time, Sketch has been sort of like scooching closer and closer to Fen because he's the only one he kind of likes. So he eventually leans in. He's just like, listen, if you guys are gonna insist on going, like this is kind of not like whispering to Fenris, but
Mhm.
it's like if you guys are gonna insist on going, you should probably come meet the rest of us. Because I mean, at the very least, we may be able to. I don't think we're gonna go with you. That I don't know if we're ready for that, but uh, we can maybe help. Not directly, but maybe we can give you some guidance on what to expect, or that's
Mhm.
what to at least avoid, right? So
We'll have to wait and see about the banding together part of it, but information is quite the commodity nonetheless. That would be
Jesus, I mean, you guys just talk a mile a minute. Some of them.
it would be fantastic to
Sweet
meet
release.
your band.
What does that even mean? Sweet release.
We
We're quite the ragtag group. I
Jesus, I keep forgetting you're there.
understand.
Yeah.
Me too.
Fenris points to his eyes. Up here.
I would. And so he's just like, I don't know why this is supposed to be better, but tree thing, I don't know why you don't know why you're here. And he's like staring Fenris in the eye the whole time.
The
Uh,
regulation power of nature. You can't discount it, you know? And I believe that might be why I'm here.
listen, if you all would like to come to meet the rest of the Taskmaster, the ones who remain, you can come. But this is the only time I'm going to offer that. After this, it's your funeral. That's all I'm saying.
Hmm.
And then he kind of looks at the rest of the
I'm
group.
Should only a few of us go?
I'm partial to the idea of everybody meeting everybody, but perhaps would you like to stay for breakfast while we think it over?
Do we have to talk during breakfast?
You don't have to. You probably get asked questions, but yeah, we're probably going to talk a little bit.
Oh gosh.
How long were you following us?
If you don't want to eat, I don't have to eat, so I can hang out with you.
Oh, you're making this less and less enticing every time you say something.
I won't talk anymore.
See now, I was looking at you in the eyes while the thing was talking, and now I want to talk to you instead of it, and now it's weird. I can't shift my gaze to signal that I'm talking to you now, Fen. So
Sure,
Fen, you, I'm talking to you now, not that thing.
you're making good progress. You'll get used to it.
um, so how long was I following you? Yes, I heard you guys during my rounds earlier, probably middle of the night. Uh, so I made a bit of a sweep to kind of triangulate where you were, and then I saw you guys. I figured out where you guys were, and I kind of started heading in that direction. And then I saw Sills or whatever, apparently looking around for me, and then I just basically flanked around, and Drake got the drop on him, and yeah, you guys not so great at not being found. Kind of
I mean, we're
loud, kind
literally
of
taking
obvious.
the main road.
Hmm.
This
I
isn't
mean, honestly,
a.
that's one of the smarter things you've done because you can kind of keep your, you know, vision more wide open, right? You don't want to be going through the forest when you can't see what's coming as easily, right? If you're such
Sure.
badasses that you just kind of handle whatever's coming your way, it's like, as long as you know it's coming, you're good.
That's how it's gone so far, and mainly just to see. Like as we said, we're here for information. We weren't here to
I mean, if
kill
it's just
every
information you
monster we
want,
come across.
then we can give you information. Not a lot, but we can give you some.
Anything we don't know now would be beneficial.
Yeah,
I
to
think it's
me,
worth a
I'm
shot.
not the studious type, so I don't know. I'm not like keeping the notes for the taskmasters. That's not my job exactly. I just make sure that we see the threats before, or I see the threats before they see us. So you coming? You don't have to come right now, but I'd really rather not be here any longer than I gotta.
Is anyone opposed? Kind of calling vaguely out to, including Sil, Gwyn, Ben, if Ben's awake.
I think everybody's awake, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I think so now. Well, an amicable meeting of the minds to share information and, I mean, figure out what it is exactly you've been trying to accomplish all this time. I think that would be good. If we do turn around, then at least we can tell everyone that you've
Made a smart
been
decision.
doing something rather than just saying, "Oh yes, a strange man and the Trashmasters told us to turn around, so we did."
You do know the name. Okay, got it.
Well, that's just what she said. I don't know.
That's what she said. The rest of you, including the little guy over there who's blowing himself up or something. I don't know what that was.
He's creating.
Creating a lot of noise. So if you want to get found out, that's a really good way to do it.
If they find us, then he'll just use the inventions on them. It sorts itself out.
I guess so far.
I haven't heard any opposition. I believe we're on board.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying not to talk anymore, but I'll say we should go.
They do.
Oh,
So
I value your opinion as well. Do you have any preference
who are you saying that to?
to Fishy?
Oh,
Oh, I think we should go.
Very good.
has Ben chimed in yet? I don't actually know.
Not that I recall.
No.
Ben has been quiet.
James. Hello, James. Maybe you get pulled aggro. Fair enough. Ben's usually quiet anyway.
I didn't see a be right back,
Yeah.
but maybe.
Okay. So Sketch will look up. It seems like, yeah, It's about to be light soon anyway. Might as well wait till sun's up. What's for breakfast, I guess? I am getting a little hungry.
We have a guest today. I think we should break out a couple of the rations on top of the
Rations.
usual
Wow.
crackers.
Rations and crackers.
And candy.
I mean, oh boy.
Mm.
That's real nutritious on the road.
Mm.
You
Definitely
know,
keep your eyes keen.
And you guys hear Mud Runner's voice is like, Alistair, you fucking idiot.
so seriously, like Drake, like this is good candy. I told you that it's very delicious.
He just
Like,
kind of stares at his Drake and just gives him that knowing nod of like, your funeral. So if you
I'm
want, if
going
you're
to
trying to
become,
persuade it, you can make an animal handling check. I know it's not an actual animal, but you can make an animal handling check
I'm gonna become friends with this guy.
or persuasion.
Yeah.
No, Drake is gonna become my friend. Give me a second. I lost my character sheet.
Yeah, that's fine. You
All
can do
right, I'm
animal
gonna.
handling or persuasion if you want.
Okay. I want to. I I want to try to be his friend. Okay,
Also,
let's
so,
do
and
animal.
especially as it's starting to get a little bit lighter. So Drake is blue.
Okay. So you have a very electric personality. I can see you got a lot of spark in you. Like, you're just so good.
I get it.
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll figure this out as time goes. Oh, not the
So
like
he
right now.
kind of goes. Meh.
Okay, it's fine. Well, you have to understand, Drake. I grow on everyone. Yes, fine. I've seen scarier teeth. It's okay. Actually, you have cavity. How do you have cavity?
He just kind of looks.
Skitch. Drake has cavity. What? Why? Why you not take care of your companion? Hey,
I was told I don't have to talk. I was told I don't have to talk. I was told I don't have to talk.
see, we're going to break him. So just for clarity's sake, I'm just enjoying the hell out of being a little shithead to this person.
I
It's so good.
understand.
That's the only reason I'm doing it.
No, that's
Like,
fine. Yeah, you're getting under
okay,
his skin. That's for sure.
Breaks the ice real
okay,
fast. I like it.
you know, this is the way the mama taught me.
Uh,
So, scared while we're traveling, who are your friends and what are they like? I'm sure they're all better than you in every way, but like, well, maybe not for the survival stuff, because you smell like you know how to survive.
Stares at you.
Yes,
Finn
you gotta go.
nods.
Best friends.
Rolls his eyes. Looks away.
Are your
And I go over to
companions
Seal
at
and I
least
say, Seal. Sometimes you see you don't have to make things stink. You just literally annoy them to death with words.
Yeah, he's kind of gritting his teeth
Too
and
much
like rocking back
speaks
and forth.
voice.
So, are your companions at least close to the main road?
Not that close. It'll be. The carts won't make it. We're, as I figured you guys knew, there's not really a path there. It'll be about a half a day's hike for all of us. How quickly do you guys move? Like,
To Ivyholm would have been 10 days.
yeah, with the carts, right? So,
Yes, we keep a decent pace.
yeah, I'd imagine it's about a half day for all of us to stick together and get there. I mean, I can usually make it about from here, probably about 2 hours, but for you guys, I'd say it's like 4 or
That's on
5.
foot though. Hmm. What is your means of travel?
Oh, I just know this place pretty well by now, and
Okay.
I'm pretty good at nature.
Hmm. We have
And
much
if
in
I get
common.
and if I get tired,
He's been
Drake,
out here for a year.
if I get tired, Drake can give me a ride too. So
Uh, Praxis will tidy up, finish his morning tea and such, and put his bell away and say, "Well, I suppose we should get a move on before we waste the entire day."
Yeah, that's a good reminder. So it is morning, or it's actually so it's we'll say dawn arrives. So spell preparations, recharge of anything. You do all get your long rest if you haven't already taken it. And since then, it's been a short rest if you want to do another short rest for any reason. Um, yeah, any
I
other.
will switch out detect magic.
Actually, with that,
For
let's go ahead and take a break, if
Woo!
that's okay. For one, so that maybe James can come back, and for two, so that I can just get a break. So let's
Sounds
Yeah.
back at 5 after, 10 after. What do you guys want?
5 after? So that'd be
After
16.
work.
Yeah, okay. So we'll be back at 5 after.
good.
Alrighty.